the kitchen, here to bring us nourishment for all. Please help me welcome Chef Suman Roy. Thank you so much for being here, Chef.
It's a pleasure, absolutely.
Now, you're here with Campbell's. You're going to show us some fabulous recipes in just a little bit.
Absolutely. Delicious. I'm hungry.
Yes, me
Yep.
too, me too. But before we get started, you're such an accomplished author as well. So tell us about the book that you wrote. It was actually quite interesting.
It was. I really did a survey for 2 years, traveling coast to coast, learning about the Canadian food and the history of food in Canada. And that is what my book kind of encompasses.
Right.
So from coast, from Newfoundland up to BC, and north and south, I did the whole thing.
Amazing.
So it was great. It was a fantastic experience.
What did you learn? I mean, all the cultures must have been so diverse.
It is very diverse, and from East Coast to West Coast, it's a complete different ballgame.
Really?
And which is what I really loved, because I had no idea about Canadian cuisine at one point of time when I first immigrated to this country.
Oh, wow.
So it was a great experience for me, literally going into people's home,